fellow preppers, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. Today's topic, operational security. On the survivalistblog.net, they have a post about operational security, and I guess to summarize, it's how not to blow your operational security. You know, you are your most important prep, but I think operational security is the second most important thing on the list, because if your operations aren't secure, then there goes all your preps. Now, basically, what they were saying is, you know, keep your business to yourself. Don't go telling anybody about your preps, what you have, you know, what you're doing. It's really your business. And once again, one of my favorite authors, Robert Ringer, in his Looking Out for #1 book, had something called the zip the lip theory. And what that theory says is, if you've got something good going, shut up. In other words, once again, as Robert Kiyosaki would say, just mind your own business. You know, keep things to yourself. You don't need to advertise what you're doing to anybody under any circumstances. You know, if you're really, you know, concerned and you're really serious about your survival, then you need to do whatever you can to protect you and yours. Now, one other thing is that I've learned over the years. I learned this from this one guy. It's don't do favors. Now, that might sound really cold, but he explained, when you do a favor, you put yourself down here. And what that means is, let's say you lend out a tool, and you know the tool works. So now somebody else has your tool. Will you get it back? When you get it back, will it be in as good condition? Will it still work? I mean, I remember once, and this is something that I should have, you know, this lesson should have stuck with me, but you know, sometimes I forgot it and it came back to bite me. I bought a brand new guitar, and a buddy of mine asked if he could borrow my brand new guitar. I mean, I only had it for a week, and it was, you know, it was a cheapy guitar, a $40 guitar. I think I bought it at EJ Corvettes. So yeah, this is back in the 70s, back when I think I was still in high school at the time. Anyway, so I loaned my guitar to my friend because he was one of the guys that was teaching me, because he had a gig, he wanted it. Well, about a week later, when he gave it back to me, it was in 3 pieces. It had one of those tremolos, and he had, you know, I guess he wanked on it too hard, and you know, it was the tremolo, 1 piece, and then there's a spring, and then there's guitar. I said, "What you do to my guitar?" He goes, "Well, it was that way when I gave it to you." I said, "Come on, don't lie to me. It was brand spanking new." But anyway, that's the point. I mean, you lend somebody your car, they might ding it up. They, you know, you don't know how they drive. They might shift hard, brake hard, you know, accelerate, you know, wreck it. You just don't know. Why put yourself in that position? You know, it's just not good security. I mean, another thing, you know, if you're stocking up on beans and rice and, you know, guns and ammo, there's no reason to let anybody know you've got all this stuff. Because just like in the article there on the survivalist, you know, blog.net, you know, somebody might come along and ask about it, or they might, you know, make a demand. I mean, if you're out in a remote location and they know you've got a generator, and they know you've got food, and they know you've got guns and ammo, you know, they just might come banging on your door because they're hungry or starving, or you know, they need, maybe they need some kind of attention, you know, medical attention. You don't know, but what you give, that means you can't use it. I mean, what would happen if you gave somebody, you know, something in a survival situation, and the next day you need it? Then you're going to be thinking, why'd I give it away? So you really need to do whatever it takes to protect your preps. And the best thing you can do, or a really important thing, is to just keep it to yourself. Now, making these videos, you could say, undermines my operational security. But I mean, you really, all you see is me. You don't see nothing behind me but a white wall. So you don't know what I have, you don't know where I am, but I'm not really that hard to find. So I mean, you could find me if you wanted to, but it's a long drive and I can hear you coming from miles away. And if I thought my operational security was in danger in any way, shape, or form, well, I would just have to take the appropriate action. So anyway, this is something that you really need to be on guard for, because it's really easy to kind of, brag about it. Not that you're really bragging, but you're proud of it, and of your preps. And maybe you're trying to convince others to prep. But you just really have to be careful what you say. And once again, as Ringer would put it, if you got something good going, zip the lip. Just remember, if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail.